Hello. We've got a new game today. The Case of the Golden Idol. Which is a game I've had on my list for a little while. Might turn the music down a little bit. Just a little bit, just so I can hear myself. Yeah. Yeah, I've had it on my list for a little while because friends of mine and people have said, this is a great game, you should play this game. This is a game, you'll love it, it'll be great. And I was aware of it. And the reason I sort of been hesitant to play it is because I find the art style a little ugly. And I think that's a personal thing for me. I think it's a particularly grotty style of pixel art. And it kind of reminds me of old Klasky Chupo animations, like Rugrats and Real Monsters, you know, when it's all a very kind of texturally, or like Ren and Stimpy, you know, when they zoom in really far into like details. It's just a little bit icky. But I've been told many times this is a good game. My friend has said, have you played the game? Have you played this game yet? You really should try it. I know you think it's ugly, but play the game. So we're gonna play The Case of the Golden Idol. My estimations by how long this game seems to take, I think we're going to take 10 episodes on this, but who knows, could be less, could be more if I keep waffling about how ugly it is. I will get past the ugliness. So should we play this? I think it's a kind of game. It's a sort of pointy clicky game where you're given little scenes to explore and put clues together, I think. That's basically what I know. I think maybe you have to put words into sentences. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. How do you want to play? With highlights. Select this if you don't like pixel hunting. Select this if you don't mind finding all clickable spots on your own. No, I think I'm going to go with highlights. We don't want to spend an entire episode just me hunting for things to find. Let's go. And it said recommended experience, so there's also some work going on outside. So there's some like bangy so often. I don't think it's coming up a lot over the microphone. Oh, hang on. I need to click. I don't think it's coming up a lot over the microphone, but we'll hopefully it won't sour the experience. Or maybe there'll be a lot of work, masonry work or something going on in the game, and it'll only expand the experience. Prologue. An abrupt termination of contract. This is like catchphrase. If you're not from the UK, I don't know if you've got an equivalent game show or the same game show. The animation in catchphrase has got a lot better now. But when I used to watch it as a kid, it was sort of this style. It was like it was almost like a little animated GIF of a crudely drawn cartoon, and it was meant to be say what you see. It was, you know, it's meant to be demonstrating a catchphrase. Obviously, this isn't doing that, but it's kind of reminding me of that already. Okay, so these little blinky blues are things we can click on. So may as well go left to right. That's how we've always done things on this channel. There's more clicky things inside. What did I click on? The bags. Okay. So there's 2 bags. In this exploring thinking. Well, we're in exploring now. Let's just stick with that for a moment before I start fiddling with other things. There's so many things to click on. Just thinking about where my head is on the screen. Like, I'm aware there's some buttons up there, but you can sort of see them, right? All right, let's crack on. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. A tobacco pouch and a pipe cleaner. Okay, and when I've clicked on them, they go red. Okay. A bag of medicinal instruments and some medicine. And a golden statue. Oh, that's this thing. And a red stone. Oh, the red stone's in the golden statue. And a bag filled with coins and gems. And these were just bags of coins and gems. So this is coins and gems plus the statue and the medical instruments. Okay, cool. And I can click away. And I can click on your tummy. I know what you are plotting, you snake. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley. Oh, okay. I wonder if there are red words that I could have clicked on before. We'll go back to the bags in a sec. Albert Cloudsley has the rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Okay, Albert Cloudsley funded the expedition, so his commission is 2/3 of the whatever's found. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller, Esquire. Right, so this is their little contract they've drawn up. A pipe. Okay, so I can't click on the pipe and make it. I'm guessing we're sort of gathering clues or something that we're going to be able to use later. Why is this still yellow? Okay, I just have to click everything off. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know why it came up twice, but, you know, we'll figure it out. Knife. A dagger. Okay, so these are the things that are on your person, I guess. Right, I'm going to go over to here, just to double check there's not any, like... Okay, no red words came up. Okay, and what's on your person? I'm guessing one of you is Cloudsley and one of you is Oberon or whatever, Geller. They're down here, I don't need to look in there. Ah! Okay, so he's got a scalpel, a medicine bottle, so he's the doctor. I think Albert Cloudsley was the doctor. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Okay. Horn of finger. Horn of thumb. Bay of shadows. And the ruins of Xenopolis. Hey, and this is ticked, so I found 11 out of 11 possible words I can click on. We'll see how that comes into play. Okay. Is this Monkey Paw Island, do we think? And this is... it's the same stuff. I just have to click on everything to make the yellow thing go red. Oh, Dr. Oberon Geller. So Geller is the doctor. Albert is the Cloudsley. Albert is the Cloudsley. Albert is the Esquire. So Albert, we think, is this guy. And he's funded the expedition. Cool. Okay. So... Okay, that puts him in order. Question mark. How to play. Okay, I'm not going to click on that yet. I'm just going to make sure I've got all the available things I can do. Space, open, close, thinking panel. Mouse wheel, zoom in or out. Interesting. Right mouse, close a close-up. Or remove a phrase from the slot. Okay. Full screen, close pop-up. So if I right-click now... No, if I press escape... Oh, that's weird. Okay, close. So if I right-click in here, it'll go away. Fine, sure. Okay, so if I click on thinking... The scroll is not filled in. Right, this is very... My head is very slight... Okay, there's nowhere where my face can go that's not going to be in the way of something, so we're just going to have to cope. Maybe I'll make you slightly down just so you can sort of see. So it says here, the scroll is not filled in. The identities are not filled in. There are empty slots. Okay, so we thought you were the doctor. So I think you're... Let's just get back here. Let me just double check. Dr. Oberon Geller. Okay, the doctor is the one that's falling because he's got the doctor stuff in him. So, doctor... Okay, yeah, we just drag these over on Geller, and no wait, the doctor's upside down. The doctor's falling. Esquire, Albert, Cloudsley. Whoa! When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly from the slots. What is a scroll? Okay. Okay, so I can now go Albert Cloudsley. Oh, okay. Because this is filled in, this has actually removed stuff from the bottom, I'm guessing is what it's saying. Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the something of something on Monkey Paw Island. So let's just... So that's the map we're working with. And I'm viewing out here. I'm guessing... this is the scene with that's in the exploring panel, but without the people. And we're looking out over 2 islands. So I'm guessing it's these. So I'm guessing we're on the Horn of Thumb. I'm assuming this is the tutorial mode, this prologue. A scroll has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. While Dr. Oberongello was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner, Albert Cloudesley Esquire, suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Stay and explore. So I guess I get to go the camp in the Horn of Thumb. That's the whole thing. Filled in. I don't know what I do now. Return to scenario selection? Because that was the other option. Okay. So this... Okay, so we're now sort of at a sort of hub here. So this... What is this? Okay, that was the thingy, right? It's because it... I say, so this was shining with a yellow thing, so I assumed there was information there that I hadn't seen. But apparently I can't make that go red. So, Chapter 1. Let me just move me back over here. Complications in the family. So we've done part 1 of Chapter 1. And there's a part 2 of Chapter 1 and a part 3. Oh my god, this man's on fire. And then we get to go on to the next chapter. So let's go on to part 2. So I'm going to click on here. Great. Okay, maybe this... never mind. Chapter 1, Complications in the Family. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. So part 2 of Chapter 1 is the untimely passing of a rural gentleman? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. This is a rural gentleman, and he's passed in an untimely manner. And there's a horse. And a ship. And a parrot. Let's explore. Left to right. That's the Stuart way. That looks like the idol. With the red stone that the 2 guys had. Okay. Boat. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. Music's a bit loud for me still. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. So we got a white coat. It's been ripped at the back. It's covered in mustard or something. Red buttons. Yep, okay. I will look at the map and the thing in a minute. Ooh. So, in the desk. Spontaneous combustion. Can I click on these? Yes, I can. I, Sebastian Cloudesley. Was it Albert Cloudesley in the last part? Will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. And then this book here. Ooh, it's a diary. August 22nd, 1786. 12 o'clock. Woke up. A beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. 2 o'clock. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. 4 o'clock. Changed to my hunting attire. Ooh, I think we're going to have to work out maybe what jacket that is. What attire was he in? What attire is this? Is this another attire? How many attires does he get into? 5 o'clock. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. 6 o'clock. Changed to my researching attire. 7 o'clock. Changed to my dining attire. Yep, there's lots of dinings. Oh no, he started in dining, changed to hunting, changed to researching, went back to dining. 8 o'clock. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. 10:30. Filled in my diary, went to bed to continue reading for my research. Now, is this today? And Sebastian Cloudesley is researching spontaneous combustion by the looks of things. Okay, what's this? It's a guy. Is it this guy? Maybe. There he is eating could be a duck. Is this his dining attire? Blue and green. Maybe that's a clue. Map. Woodshire, Crow Tower, and Blackfield. Right, so what we got going on here? We got hilly land, foresty land. Whatever the hell that is. Okay. A terrible compass. Maybe we'll have to use it at some point. A book poking out. Henry Clover, lead poisoning. Okay, so someone was researching lead poisoning. Okay, so today is August 23rd. And that was August 22nd. So we know, well, we can assume this August 22nd was not the day he died. The diary day was not the day he died. The diary day just gives you an idea of what his days look like and what he might be wearing. A tall, rickety ladder. And the only thing left is his face. Oops. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. Wound head. When did I click? I sometimes my finger jutters a little bit. I get a little spasm and I sometimes click things too fast. So I don't know what happened there. A ring with a ruby. Okay, I'm sure this will come into play somehow. Okay, so we've clicked everything on here. Can we now go to thinking? And I'm going to move myself into the middle here so you can see all of the things that are on screen. Okay, so this is Sebastian Cloudsley. So let's do that first. This is his dining attire. It seems more likely this is hunting attire because it's all presumably muddy. 15 out of 16 things found. So let's go back to exploring. What's the other thing we haven't found? Is there more to be found on this? Or in this? No, everything is red. And I think if things are yellow, there's still things to click on, right? Lead poisoning. Yeah, so what do we think? That's I'm aware that my face is now. There's going to be some face moving in this series, I can tell. What do you think about this horse? The horse is running in the yard. Did I not click on the word horse? Right, now there we go. Right. I think... What were the things that he did? So how do we know what is his hunting attire and what is his researching attire? The cause of death was a blank blank, which occurred when he fell from a blank while he was blanking. So it's going to be hunting or researching, I think. He probably fell from a horse. But he could have fallen from a ladder while he was researching. So if we think this is his hunting attire, because it's covered in mud, then this is going to be his researching attire. Incorrect. Well, I mean, it's the other way around, right? So why do I think this is... Why is it so mucked up, this coat? I mean, I think this is just giving this to me, right? But I'm not sure what the clues were. My clues were this is muddy, but maybe he's... Yeah, thank you. If we just pop over here... What is the clue for it being dirty in the way that it is? Maybe it's because it's hanging off the back of his research desk, I guess. Maybe it's the position of the coat. Suggests if it was his hunting coat, maybe he wouldn't have just put it on the back of his research desk. I guess that's the clue. Okay, fine. Right. I mean, you don't need to be my face, really. You can see all the things. We know what it is. So, He's dead in his hunting attire. So he was hunting. So he fell from a horse. And he got a head wound. Because of his head being all wounded. And his name is Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of... And this is where the map's going to come in handy. Right, so it's going to be what we can see. We can see the water, so we're in Blackfield. Right? We're looking out the window, we can see the water. We're in this house here. He's the Lord of Blackfield. There we go. That's how we solve that. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the feel for it now. The scroll has been fulfilled. While Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off, and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Cool. Okay, and I think I understand why this was researching, because of where it was in the room. He hit his head. He came home. He lay down. Should have seen a doctor. Probably. Died. What the hell has happened here? Some kind of angelic clansman. Yeah, he's dead. 3 people mourn him. That's loud. That was loud. That was loud in my little ears. Okay, so part 3 of chapter 1. I think this is the guy who mourned. Now this guy was researching spontaneous combustion, and looks like we're going to see some in the dramatic departure of an outsider. Goodness me! You know what I mean about it being ugly. Look at this ugliness. I will say there's a lot of art styles I don't enjoy and I find quite grating on my sensibilities. And some of them very, very normal art styles. I don't like high fantasy art styles where it kind of looks very detailed and painterly. The kind of art styles you often get in like board games that are set in fantasy environments, or I guess I haven't played Magic the Gathering really, but that kind of very fantasy art style, don't like that. As another example. Anyway, let's look at this guy. Spare me, devil! I was simply following orders. He's Irish for some reason. He's got a copy of The Astonishing Monkey Man, property of the Pear brothers. Interesting that pear is a thing. Okay. And he's got a knife. And the knife has an A on it. Okay, so we don't know who this guy is. Can we click on him? Or her? Anyone can burst into flames. It's not going well, is it? This is a bad day for this person. Is this a hairbrush? It's a scorched horse brush. And this person has a knife with a J on it. A scorched knife. Were you scorched? You were not scorched. Okay. This guy here. Now, has he just not noticed what's happening, or can he not bear to look? What the blazes? And he's got a betting ticket for the August Jockey Club Derby. He's bet on the Raging Sultan to win race 3, and he's bet £35, which is a lot of money in 17 whatever it was. Now this fella here, he's got something in his hand. He's got it from his box. Now, if it's all the same to you, I'll take my leave. Very nonchalant about the current goings-on. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast the freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for the combustion on the idol. There's another idol, but this one's got a blue gem. Okay. Let's take a look at this idol. I see. So this is a different idol. Which idol is the sacred idol of the title? Or the golden idol of the title? And what do we have here? A ring with a ruby. We've seen that before. Can't remember where. £1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence, which is still, you know, a decent amount to be carrying around. This fella, he looks a bit sneaky. Interesting. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. Some hammering outside. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, EC. The plot thickens. Now, here's the question I'm asking already. Because we're seeing a narrative start to take place. Like, how much of this stuff I'm going to have to remember from chapter to chapter? Is this going to become clues upon clues upon clues? And when we get into, like, chapter 5, I'm going to have to remember this bloody ruby ring that's been chasing us around. So, we're to visit my nephew, says EC. That's a saddlebag. It says EC on the saddlebag. So maybe you're EC. Or are you simply preparing EC's horse and that's why you're holding the saddlebag? There it is in your hand. 2 shillings and a penny. And a dagger. Interesting. Let's pop me up here a little bit. There's a note on the stables and it says stable rota for Adam and James. We've got horse grooming and stable cleaning, and this is the way it's divvied up day to day. And do it properly, you lazy oafs. What happens on Sunday? Sunday's the Lord's Day. And you are... What an unexpected turn of events. Here is an EC kerchief. Yes, handkerchief, yes, embroidered with EC. Maybe you're EC. Dear Edmund. Edmund C, perhaps? It reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Gordon. He's an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I'm sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. Maybe this guy is Dave Gorman. A stiletto blade. And this is £3 and 3 shillings. London Gazetteer. Monday the 7th of September 1786. Lord Edmund Cloudsley's EC speech stirs Parliament. When was the last chapter take place? I think it was August 23rd. So this is a couple of weeks later. Can't read any of this, but it does say Lord Edmund Cloudsley at the beginning before it kind of turned into nonsense. Okay, Edmund Cloudsley. So I'm guessing you're Edmund Cloudsley. You're the new fella. David Gorin. Okay. And we don't know who these guys are. That's a dragon. Who had the bet? Was it you? No. You had the bet. Okay. Dragon. Okay. 10 out of 26 things, but I wonder if this allows us to go... Yes, it's going to go inside. So there's more things to find. Okay. We're now in a house. Should we start with the people? Or end with the people? Start with the people. My apologies. He can be so badir sometimes. It's not a word I'm familiar with. And you've got 6 rings with various stones. £4. Good lord. Simasa Batizi by Shamal Bat. A fan. An ornamented guitar blade. So you've got, seem to have a few things from the Asian subcontinent. I guess I'm not sure how it was laid out at this point. And this guy is... I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. And he's got a red ring with a ruby. No, a ring with a ruby. 2 shillings, 3 pence. Aha! A family tree. Excellent. We love a family tree in a mystery game. Reading of the Last Will and Testament of Sebastian Cloudsley, September 7th, 1786. Now, Sebastian Cloudsley was the guy who died from falling off a horse in the last part, I think. So, Albert Cloudsley and Mary Cloudsley are the parents. Albert Cloudsley was the guy who pushed The Doctor off the cliff in the prelude. Now, some of these people have, like, little daggers by them. No hint as to what that might mean yet. Okay, Edmund Cloudsley, tickety tick. Rose Cubert, tickety tick. Sebastian Cloudsley, testate. Beatrix Batley, apparently we don't care about. Willard Wright is the associate. And Peter Batley is the son of Beatrix Batley. So it seems like... Yes, so these are the inheritors of Sebastian Cloudsley. So his sister, his brother, his nephew, because I'm guessing it didn't go to Beatrix because she has a male son now, so it passes through her, but maybe Rose Cubert doesn't have a son, so it doesn't pass through her yet. Okay, and this is just some guy, some friend, William Wright. Cool. Clicked on all of that, so let's go around the room, left to right. Bit of drawing on the wall. Fat Lord, AJ, the pair twins. That doesn't do anything. I just have to click it to show that I've seen it, I guess. So that's interesting because the guys on over there had A and J as knives, I think. Okay. Are A and J in here? No. Okay. What's this? I didn't go left to right. I just got getting distracted. Okay, so this guy is Nicholas Maker, the attorney. Should I be doing it as I go along? Otherwise, I'm going to have to remember everything at the end. So let's do it. Nicholas Maker, attorney. Honk. Right, you're Nicholas Maker. Wow, we have to identify everyone. This is fascinating. So we think you are Edmund. There's nothing here, by the way. This is all empty. So, Cloudsley, EC, right? Let's go back here. Let's do it as we go, so that I don't have to deal with a bunch of information at the same time. So this guy, I think, is the Dave Gorman guy. So David Goran. Let's go back. Now you are J and you are A. Adam and James. Go back to thinking. So you're A, not Scorched. You're James, you are Scorched. Let's go back to exploring, and I think... Okay, so they're the pair twins, so they're probably... I haven't got the word pair to stick in there yet, but maybe I will. Okay, carry on with the clues. Batley, Cloudsley, Cubert. So they're like three houses. They're like three names. They're three, you know what I mean? Families, I guess you'd call them. And we've got them all here, I think. We've got Cubert, Cloudsley, and Batley. So maybe they're not... Maybe they're called the pair twins because they're pear-shaped people. Let's have a quick look at them. I mean, they're not that pear-shaped. This guy's a bit harder to tell, but... Okay. This is interesting, like something's missing here. What else is hanging around? We've got a book on the floor. Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shirk from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in the forest and breathe the fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Brilliant. Well done. Great. Well, this has given us some words to play with, I think, in our deductions. And then in the fireplace... Oh, shit, there's a whole lot. Okay. Let's do the pieces in a minute. Let's start with another betting slip. £50 on spinning jelly to win race 6. This is some big money they're betting. Like £50 in like 1780s or whatever it is. Dear Peter Batley. Peter. No. I was like, A and J are the names of the pair twins. We have said frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we'll be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255, the Black Garden Buck loans. Okay, we found 24 out of 26 things. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, of Blackfield County, being in bodily health and of sound mind disposing. Clearly, I'm not of sound mind. Being in bodily health and of sound disposing mind and memory, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. And Nicholas. Okay. If we've used these, they get a little thing around them. So we have used Nicholas Maker. My dear brother Edmund. Okay, Rose Cubert, Willard White. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. I bequeath to you the gold idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. This clue's been added to the thinking panel, and it says research. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both of our names. Okay, so who's the politician? It must be, it's Edward Cloudsley, right? Because he spoke to Parliament. And this one says, also added to thinking panel. To my late sister, I think, your mother. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long, and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. Oh, what a burn! Okay, so there's some space missing here, but okay, so essentially. My late sister, your mother, disclosed her financial troubles to me. So I think we're talking about Peter Batley. He's talking to. Wait. My late sister. So maybe she's. Maybe I've misunderstood. Maybe it didn't pass through her because she's. Okay. Everyone with a little dagger symbol is dead. That's what that means. And that's also why it passed through Beatrix to Peter. It's not because he was male, it's because she was dead. Cool. Now, Peter Batley has money troubles, and Sebastian Cloudsley reviews him as having no direction in life. So instead of giving him money, which he'll probably squander, in his opinion, he's given him a book of aphorisms. Last scrap, and the last bit of evidence. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield manor house or something like that. Come home and establish a museum of my life at okay. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. So whoever this bit is for, he's telling them to come home and make a museum to my amazingness. So we've got. Oh, cool! It put them together, so I didn't have to read them like that. Okay, so so we have to work out who they're all addressed to. This guy was Peter Batley. his nephew. I bequeath. So the guy who was politics, I think, was Edmund Cloudsley. Now, so there's 2 more people left. Let's have a quick look at the old this thing in. Rose Cubert and Willard Wright. So let's see if we can work out what these are for. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies. I bequeath you my savings land and a Blackfield Manor House. Come and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. I bequeath you the Golden Islands in Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. I'm going to guess he's... But maybe we'll get more information if I just think about it. But my initial guess is the Golden Idol he's going to give to his friend, which I think was Willard Wright. And I think maybe his older sister left for the colonies and is like actually giving her the... Is it sister? Yeah, Rose. I think she married and moved to the colonies. In fact, I think this might be her. This might be her because she's got all this colonial shit in her pocket. Such a badir. Yeah, she's speaking in kind of... I don't know if that's a Hindi word or not, but a word she would have picked up from the colonies. So I think this is Rose Cubert, who moved to the colonies. So let's do that. Where is she? Rose Cubert. And you are getting the manor house and the land. And so by default, Willard Wright, you are getting the idol. Great. Perfect. Now, how many people have we actually got? We've got Adam and James. Oh, Pear. We've got Pear. Sorry, I didn't see Pear. It's because it was in a weird place in the list. God, you must have been screaming at me. So, do we think Willard Wright is the guy holding the other idol? Him? Yes, I think there's some idol business going on. So I think this guy's Willard Wright, who is his associate. Which leaves... Who the hell is this guy? Sebastian? What the blazes? Do we think he's It's not Sebastian, is he? I think he's Peter Blatley, right? Because he's the betting guy. Sorry, not Sebastian. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Sorry, I realised I had this here and while I was putting names in, but you got the idea. You got the idea. You're not Sebastian. Sebastian's the dead guy. You are this guy, Peter Blatley, the betting man. Because I said it was a lot to bet. Yes. Okay. Ha ha ha. And now the simple matter of filling in this. Something was to receive something. No, something was something to receive something in blah blah's will, and ordered blah blah and blah blah to take the blah from blah blah. Suddenly, blah blah died from blah blah. I think this is okay. So James Pear died from spontaneous combustion, and this has got to be something to do with the idol. We know it's Sebastian Cloudesley's will, like that. We know that much, and we know that Willard Wright was set to okay, something to receive. Okay, no. This is what's happened. Peter Blatley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudesley's will, and he ordered Adam Pear and James Pear to take the idol from Willard Wright. So, what the blazes? So this guy is like, you haven't given me anything in the will. This is crazy. I'll at least have the idol. Pear brothers, take the idol from Willard Wright. At least give me something. That looks pretty expensive. I can sell that and go gambling on it. They tried to take the idol, but Willard Wright was busy going like, I'm going to use blah, 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 magic symbols. Time for a combustion trick. Kabow. You're not taking the idol from me. Instead, I'm going to set you on fire. So here we go. So they're going to take the idol from Willard Wright. Peter Blatley was upset to receive aphorisms. I think it doesn't matter which order these are in. Mamma mia! The scroll has been fulfilled. Peter Blatley, encumbered by his gambling debt, placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. But upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will. Ah, yes, he tore up the will. And ordered his servants to take the golden statue. Yes, the torn up will was next to one of his gambling tokens because he's the one that tore up the will. Of course, it's all coming together. God, get your Sherlock brain on, Stuart. He tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. But suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. And the next chapter is available to us, and that's a chapter we'll explore in the next episode. 50-minute episode, but I think that's a good place to cut it, and then we'll get into the next one, which may be a bit meatier because we didn't have this little prologue beforehand. I will see you then. I hope you're enjoying it. I am actually getting used to the art style. It's not bothering me as much as I thought it would. I'm not like... it's fine. It's not the best. And no offense to the artist who made this. It's well done. It's just not for me. So, hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Have you played this? I think a few people have played this. So if you have, let me know what you think of it. Just don't give me any answers or any clues. And I'll see you in the next one.